Hello students, today I am going to discuss personal selling. We have studied promotion, sales promotion, and this is one of the tools of sales promotion. Advertising, publicity, personal selling. So, person means an individual. Personal selling, it's quite obvious by its name, means selling, process of selling face to face. There are many examples, there are many commodities. After advertisement and publicity and all other sales promotion tools, personal selling is still the most important process because it can help boost sales of wisely used and bring in a human touch when carrying out transactions. Despite the beginning of e-commerce, personal selling is here to stay and continues to have a bright future. It's not just confined to promoting sales, but also personal service. In personal selling, we know there is interaction, there is transaction between two individuals face to face. So there are so many advantages of interacting personally or face to face. So what are the importance? What is the importance of personal selling? First, it enhances the customer's confidence. If the customer has any doubt about the product, if any queries, if he wants to know anything about the product, or suppose he is afraid that if the product is not able to satisfy his needs, then if there is someone in front of him, the salesman, he believes the salesman that okay, if the product is not up to the mark, I can catch this person. So it enhances the confidence of customers. Second, it promotes long-term business relation through personal intimacy. Because of the interpersonal relations, the business can continue for a longer period. Number three, it facilitates the seller to understand customers' need and preferences more clearly. Since the salesman or the person selling, he interacts with the customer, he can take his feedback, he can take his reaction from the customer, and it helps the seller to understand the customer's needs and requirements. Number four, it helps satisfy a customer by modifying the product as per consumer's choice. As I said, the need or the requirement of the customer can be understood, and accordingly the products can be modified. Next, helps keep up with the competition in the market based on products customization as per customer's preference. As the salesman interacts with the customers, and necessary modifications are made into the products. So the product becomes comes more closer to the customer, and hence it overcomes the competitor's product. Powerful and effective tool in convincing the customer about the product. Face to face discussions, the solving of questions, the solving of queries helps the customer to understand about the product more clearly, and he is convinced. If the salesman is a good spokesperson, he can convince the customer very nicely. Through personal selling, the time lag between introducing a product through the media and actually selling is reduced. Once a product is launched, we advertise for it, and then people take some time to understand that whether they need this product or not, what are the features, why they should buy these products. So all these types of questions and queries can be sorted out through personal selling, and this time can be reduced. So these are the important things which a personal selling can do to a product, help the product or help the company in selling the products. There are several steps of this personal selling. We have just now discussed the importance of personal selling, but there is a certain process of personal selling. The first one is prospecting, second is pre-approach, then approach, then presentation or demonstration, then handling objectives, and then closing. After that, lastly, follow-ups. So we have seen there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. What are these steps? First one I said is prospecting. Prospecting means we have to find out the target customer, who will be our prospective customer. And who are the prospective customer? The prospective customers, they must have three qualities. First, they must have the need of that product. Secondly, they must be able to pay for that product. And thirdly, they must be willing to pay for that product. So if these three things we have to find out, and this is done through prospecting. So we have to find out the target customers, target consumers who need that product, who are able to pay for that product, and who are willing to pay for that product. Then comes pre-approach. Here the salesman tries to find out the ways how to contact the customer through mobile phones or personal visits or through by sending mails. So these are the pre-approach processes. Finally, he approaches the customer. When he approaches means he comes face to face with the customer, and then he describes, he displays his products, he gives informations about the product, he gives demonstration about the product. So this is the fourth stage, presentation and demonstration. After listening to the salesman, after seeing the demonstration, the customer has some objections. has some questions or queries. So the salesman need to handle that objections. In this way, he can satisfy the consumer or the customer, and after that, closing means by convincing the customer to buy that product. So that is close up. And after that, the salesman must follow up whether the customer is satisfied with the product or not, whether it has fulfilled his need or not. And in this way, he can build a long term relationship, and not only relationship with that particular customer, he can increase his network also. He can find some other customers also through his own customer. So these are the steps of personal selling. Now, what are the essentials of effective selling? What a person who is selling, or a salesperson who is doing personal selling, what are the essentials that are required? First, he must have the knowledge about the company, because the customer always want to know about the status, the condition of the company. So the salesman must know everything about the company, right from the year of establishment to turnover to the management, the policies, the procedures, the legal or terms, everything. He should be well equipped with the information about the company. Secondly, he must have the knowledge about the product, because again the customer will be asking him about the qualities of the product, the features of the product, the technical things of the product, technicalities of the product. So he must know everything about the ingredients of the product, about the services of the product. Thirdly, he should know about the competitors in the market. To know about competitors in the market means he must know about the competitor companies and the features of the product of their competitors, so that he can show or he can explain that our product is better than the competitors. He must have the knowledge about the customers, because once he understands the customer, then only he will be able to know about the needs, the requirements of the customer, whether they can pay for that product or not, whether they are willing to pay for that product or not, everything. So they must have proper and thorough knowledge about the customers. And last but not the least, they must know about the selling process. You cannot just go to any person and just start describing about your product. As I said, there are steps in a selling process, right from prospecting to pre-approach, approach, demonstration, presentation, and then objection handling, and then closing, and then follow-up. So he must know all the processes, and he must follow these processes. And by following these processes, again, there are 5 steps in which he can convince the consumers. Consumer will never be ready to buy any product very readily or immediately. There are again certain conditions. So what the salesman needs to do, in short, it is called IDAS, AIDS. So the salesman has to create this IDAS right from A to S. He has to travel from A to S. Now, what is this IDAS? AIDS means A is for attention. The salesman needs to attract the customer through maybe verbally or by presentation or through demonstration or anything. He needs to attract the customer attract the customer for his product or to himself. Then second I means after getting the attention of the customer, he needs to create an interest in that customer. Means the customer must start thinking about buying that product or the benefits of the product he will be getting after buying it. Like that, he must arouse some interest in the customer. Then, after creating that interest, the salesman needs to increase the desire for that product in the customer. Desire is just a stronger feeling than interest. A customer might be interested in some product, but he may not desire to buy that product. So he needs the salesman, the job of the salesman is to convert this interest into desire. So this is the third step: attention, interest, then desire. And after that, if the salesman has aroused a desire in the customer, then he needs to translate it into action, means the buying of that product. So this is the action, and after that, satisfaction. The customer must be satisfied. Then only the customer will become loyal to the company or to the product and have a long term relationship with the salesman, with the person who is selling. So, these are the 5 stages through which a customer passes while going to buy a product or purchase a product. Now, finally, what should be the qualities of a good salesman? Because it is said that every person cannot be a salesman. You need to have some extraordinary qualities, and it is said, there is a proverb that a good salesman is a person who can sell a comb to a bald person. So, what are the qualities that a salesman should possess? He must possess empathy towards the consumer. He must understand the customer's mind, customer's interest. He must have very good physical qualities to attract the customers. You need to have a good physical qualities, a smart look, a bright face, a smiling face. You need to have a very lively personality, and then the salesman must have social qualities. Social qualities means he need to have a very good inter communication skills. He must be able to talk to the customer properly and nicely, softly, So he must have some social qualities, he must have a good voice, some convincing way of expression, and finally, mental qualities also. Mental qualities means he must have a balanced mind because the consumers may raise several questions. They may have so many objections. They might be criticizing your products, but at that time, you need to keep your mind cool and you need not react or overreact on the customer's remarks. So, in that way, you will be able to impress the customer. He will have a good relationship, good rapport with you, and then only the customer will be ready to purchase your products. So, these are the points which we discussed about personal selling. That is one of the techniques of promotion, and we discussed here the importance of personal selling, the process of personal selling, the stages of customers for buying a product, the qualities of a good salesman. So, this is all for this topic right now. See you in my next video. Thank you.